Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well as always, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you're new here, my name is Annie and I am a second year pre-physical therapy student at the University of Florida, and I make college lifestyle videos for you guys. So in today's video, I'm basically going to be doing the long-awaited UF Q&A, where I basically go over the questions you guys have for me regarding my first year experience at the University of Florida and all of that fun stuff. So if you are here in this video, it's either because you already got into UF and you're going to start in the fall, which is so exciting, or you are applying in this next application cycle for the next year, which is also so exciting. So I believe in you all, and I really hope that this video can be of some use to you all. So before we get this video started, I wanted to start off by saying thank you to DRINKJAVY Coffee for sending me over their products to try and show you guys. And if you guys have been in my channel or know me personally at all, you know that I'm a big coffee connoisseur and I love all things coffee, especially being a college student. So they went ahead and sent me their microdose coffee concentrate, and you guys, I just made an oat latte with this, and look at how beautiful she is, and it tastes so yummy, so strong. I am in love with strong coffee, so I put 2 teaspoons of this in here and it is absolutely delicious. So yummy. Basically what this is a coffee microdose, meaning that you only need 1 to 2 teaspoons of this and you mix it with milk or whatever other thing you want to put in it, and you have your cup of coffee. So this little jar makes over 30 cups of coffee, which is super interesting, and the coffee is absolutely delicious, made from 100% Arabica beans and artisan roasted. So I do have a coupon code for you guys, which I will pop in the screen, and just go check out their products down below to get a discount if you use my code. So I'll leave that down below. But without further ado, let's get straight into this Q&A. For real guys, I'm not saying it just because they sent me this, but this coffee is so good. First question is, why did I choose UF as my school besides for financial reasons? Usually when people ask me why is it that I chose UF, I'll usually just say it was the school that gave me the most financial aid, it was the school that gave me the most room and scholarships in order to be comfortable in college. But if you're asking me besides financial reasons, UF, in my opinion, was a great distance from my home. It's about 5 hours from Miami. It's not too far away that I need to get on a plane, but it's not too close that I feel like it's not worth it to go away, kind of. So that's one of the reasons. Number 2 is that UF is number 6 in the nation, and on top of the fact that it was close to home, it was an amazing school. It was a beautiful, when I toured UF junior year, you guys, I fell in love with the campus. Beautiful campus, such a big sense of community, and on top of that, they're number 6 and number 1 in Florida. I feel like it was just kind of obvious for me to go there, just because all of my stars were aligning to go to UF. Financial reasons, community, the campus was gorgeous, the place that I wanted to be was gorgeous, and it's just a really pretty small town that I've learned to love and fall in love with. So yeah, that's my reason why I chose UF. And to follow up with that question, am I happy that I went to UF? I say to this day that the best decision I ever made was to go to UF, because I have met some of the most influential, kind people. I've learned so much about myself and some of the best professors ever. So yes, I am so happy that I went to UF. Question number 2, how does it feel living independently from your parents? So everybody kind of has a different experience with this, but at the beginning it was pretty difficult living by yourself or living with a stranger that you've never met before. It is very different, but you honestly get used to it, and I think it's great. I love my parents, I love my family, but I think it's really important, especially at this age, to find out who we are as people, and I feel like you can't really do that if you were living at home. Maybe that's kind of a controversial topic, but I think living on your own teaches you who you are as a person, and you can finally find out who that person is. You learn so much about life, money, finances, groceries, taking care of your household, cleaning, things that you would have never thought. Like, you think you know how to cook until you have to cook every day of the week, and coming up with new recipes and cleaning your apartment and keeping everything up to date and buying stuff for your apartment or your dorm and stuff. So it was difficult, but I think it's an experience that every young adult, especially the age where you're going to college, should have. It's always going to be challenging at the beginning, but if something is not taking you out of your comfort zone, you're not growing. So that's the way that I see it. Question number 3. What were my stats? So for this question, I had to like think back because I applied to UF almost 2 years ago now, which is absolutely insane to even think about. So I really didn't remember things as the top of my head so easily, and my Common App, it wasn't letting me log in. So this is what I remember. It's not the most specific, but this is what I remember. So my unweighted GPA was a 4.0. My weighted GPA was around a 5.2, I think. I don't remember if it was 5.2, 5.3. Y'all, I don't remember, but it was 5.2 to 3, something like that. My SAT score was a 1210. My ACT score was a 29. I was the officer of 3 clubs and the president of 1. So of those 3, 1 I was president of. I was involved in student government for 2 years. Actually 3 years, I think. It's just COVID made it feel like 2. And I had more than 600 community service hours, played 1 sport, 2 instruments, and was a dual enrollment graduate. So those are my stats. Just to make this clear, I'm not saying my stats so that you compare yourself to me, because of the people that I have met from UF, I have met such a diverse group of people, and people that have gotten way better SAT, ACT scores than I have, and people that have gotten way less than I have, and people that have higher GPAs than I have and lower GPAs than I have. So please don't compare yourself to me. I'm just answering this question, and I know that college, like applying to college, the whole process can be really toxic. So I just want to make sure to tell you guys to keep your head up throughout the whole process, and it will get better very, very soon, because I do know it's a stressful process, and I'm wishing you guys luck, everybody that's applying for this next year. Next question is tips for anyone looking to apply. I actually have a whole video on how I got into UF, how I got into all the schools I got into, so I'd recommend you watch that video. It was one of the first videos I filmed on my channel. But if I had to put it into a short sentence or a short statement, it would be to be as unique as possible and to be as a you as possible, just because everybody is writing their college essay about how they got injured in their sport that they play, or about their immigrant parents. I know you would want to write your college essay about that, but just because everybody's writing their college essay about the same thing, especially in the high school that I went to, doesn't mean that you have to write your college essay as the same as everybody else. Make yourself as unique as possible and make yourself stand out as much as possible. You want to be a rare gem in between all of these other people's applications that are flooding in. So you just want to stand out, say that you had a small business like I did, or that you did something to influence your community, and blah, 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 because they care much more about you as a human being than your test scores and your GPA. Yes, it's important because UF is a highly rated academic school, but at the same time, it's important to be a well-rounded individual, because that's at the end of the day what they're looking for, at least from what I have learned from people around me. So yeah. Next question, my favorite spot on campus. This is a really good question. I've never actually thought about this. Now I actually have to think about this because I don't know my favorite spot on campus. I would say near the stadium or near like the Florida gym. Also kind of like that, also kind of like the area in between like Marston Library and Wrights. I feel like it's really pretty. The whole campus is so beautiful. I just love nature, so I love campus in general, but I would say those are my favorite parts. I don't really know how to answer that question. Next question is best food on and off campus. Off campus, 100% Satchel's Pizza. If you're ever in Gainesville or you were going to UF or going to tour UF, go to Satchel's Pizza. Best pizza I've ever had in my freaking life. Amazing. Their pesto pizza is amazing. 100 out of 10. You have to try it. And in terms of like food on campus, I honestly don't really get food on campus very often, especially since I haven't had many classes in person. But I would say the Starbucks is kind of convenient, the fact that it's always there, and they also have a really yummy Chick-fil-A in the hub, which is also convenient. So I wouldn't say favorite food, just convenient. I don't know. Are you required to live on campus? No, no UF student is required to live on campus. I do not live on campus. I never have lived on campus, and this next year I will not be living on campus. I live off campus. And I just think it's honestly better financially to live off campus from the prices that I've compared. But I can make a whole nother video about that if you guys want, or just DM me on Instagram and I can answer your questions. Next question, how hard was it, or is it, balancing fun in school? So as many of you guys may know, UF is known as a party school. Nightlife is really big at UF, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I have never been to a party at UF, and I have had a great time in my life in college so far. So if you want to be involved in the party scene and all of that, go for it, but I don't think you have to be a part of that to have fun. I personally love to go biking around Gainesville. It's absolutely beautiful. I just also remembered one of my favorite places to eat is Luke's Bagels. It's near Depot Park. So yummy. Sorry, I just remembered that right now. But I also love to like hang out with my friends and just walk around and go on trails and go to the park and have picnics and do stuff like that. And I also got pretty involved on campus, which allowed me to have a lot of fun and not have to kind of do the whole party scene. So I think my first semester it was a little bit harder for me to learn a balance between fun and school because UF is a really rigorous school and I was not expecting it to be as hard as it was. But my spring semester, I feel like I was really in my zone in terms of having a really good school life balance. And I think it's hard at the beginning, but once you really set a schedule for yourself in terms of doing work and studying to make sure that you're not studying 24/7, it's definitely possible. And also don't feel pressured to be a part of that nightlife if you don't want to be, because I personally think I'd have more fun doing something else than going to a club, especially during a pandemic. But that's just my personal opinion. Doesn't mean that I won't go to one day. I'd love to try it out, but just as of this past year, especially with the pandemic and everything, I just don't think it was the smartest decision to go to a club. So yeah. So next question, how was it living with a roommate? So it was pretty different. I had a very specific situation because my roommate ended up moving out in January for personal reasons, and I just ended up living alone from January to the end of the semester, spring semester. But at the beginning, it is kind of weird and different because you are living with someone you've never met before. But I think this just depends on everyone. The biggest thing, in my opinion, with roommates is having good communication. It is going to be awkward because that's life, but every single person that I know that's had a random roommate, it's awkward at the beginning. So just make sure to try and communicate with them, become friends with them, because you're going to be living with them. And I've just had not the best luck with a roommate because she ended up leaving, but I am getting a new roommate next year, so hopefully that goes well. But if you have any more questions about that, you could also DM me or leave them down below. Next question, what was the hardest adjustment from high school to college life? So this question is like, I don't really know what I want to say about this, because in my opinion, I think college is 900 million times better than high school. High school, you're worried about like how you like your social image and how you appear to other people, and like you want to be like this part of this like little community society type thing. I don't even really know how to explain it, but in college I feel like you're really focused on yourself and your personal goals, and you are so focused on your self-growth that you have no time to think about the people around you because you really personally do not care. So that was the biggest adjustment. I learned to finally prioritize myself and prioritize what I wanted in life and just focus on me. Another big thing is no matter how involved or how many things you do in high school, trust me, I did it all. College is not like high school. It is so much harder, especially if you are going to a school like UF, or you're going to be involved in medicine or STEM or anything like that. Just get ready for the workload, because I wasn't ready for it and it smacked me across the face. So take this as your warning, be ready, because that was the cause, that smack in the face was the cause for my stress my first semester at UF. So I would say those were the biggest adjustments. Also not having a really set schedule, especially during COVID, that was a really big change for me, because I was used to like, I have to wake up every day at 6 to this, 7, go to school, leave at 2:30. Like, college is changing. You manage your own time. You figure out when you have to do your assignments. No one's gonna tell you when to do them. No one's gonna tell you what you have to do. So it's very like on you. So yeah. And the last question I got, the last few videos I've been posting, I've been talking about the fact that I'm a transient student this summer, meaning that I'm taking classes back home. So people wanted to know about the transient student application. That's basically you could take a course at another school, and I'm currently taking physics 1 with lab, physics 2 with lab here in Miami. So basically you just go through the Florida Shines application and you just can talk to your advisor about that at UF. But it's honestly a really easy process, and you could do it if you're in any college here in Florida, which is really, really cool. You don't have to be a UF student to do transient, but it's been a really cool experience. I just don't think I would do it again, just because I love UF and I'm not a fan of the school I'm going to right now. But yeah, it's been good just because it's been really convenient that I could be home for the summer. So it worked for me personally, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing it again because I also don't have to do it again. So yeah, with all of that being said, I really hope this video answered your guys' questions. Thank you to everybody that sent me questions on Instagram or commented them on YouTube. You guys had great questions. And if you have any other questions, it doesn't matter if I know you, if I don't know you, if you knew me from high school, if anything, please DM me. I want to help you guys. So just send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is @AnnieLacour, and I will go ahead and help you guys as much as I can because I know how stressful the college application process can be. Or just leave a comment down below if you don't have Instagram. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new here and you enjoyed this video. So thank you again, and I will see you next Friday for another video. Bye.